Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. This is Lockpicking Patrolman Saturday Live, 27th March 2021. Just some picking or rendezvous at Big Gulch. Night Owl just commented and let y'all know where that reference is from. If you don't know, then after we get done here and you've got about 20 minutes or so to kill, go on YouTube and look up Rendezvous at Big Gulch. You will not be disappointed. Anyway, let's get turned around here. Alrighty. So, we are here, finally back again in the shop. It's been a week and a half. Last week, if you maybe missed my posts, which I think most of you saw them, commented on them, whatever. Last Saturday, the initial worry was that it was going to be too cold to be out here in the shop, which it was pretty cold last Saturday morning. Maybe could have managed, but it was still going to be quite a bit chilly out here. But unfortunately, Aloysius, my blue-eyed kitty, he got sick. I got home last Friday evening, and noticed he kept trying to go back to the litter box and kept going back, and he was straining. And anyway, I took him to the vet Saturday morning, and they said that he had a urinary tract infection. Gave him some fluids, antibiotics, sent me home with some prescription food, and we got home, and I went ahead and had them update all his vaccinations and everything as well. And then he kind of struggled through. He wasn't wanting to do anything Saturday. And then Sunday, I didn't sleep much Saturday night, but Sunday, when I got up, he was wanting to hide and stay away from the other cats and, stay away from me. And anyway, he actually hissed at one of the other cats. And that's the first time that I've ever heard him hiss in 5 years. I've had him just over 5 years, and he's never hissed before. So I knew something was wrong, and made changes to the schedule for work for this past week, and took him back to the vet Monday morning. Sunday evening at around 5 o'clock, he did a peed, and it was huge. And I never thought I'd be so happy to have a cat pee, but he did. And but there wasn't much after that. And Monday morning, I took him back to the vet, and they kept him all day long. Monday from like 8 a.m. until I think we got back home around 4 p.m. that afternoon. Gave him more fluids, more muscle relaxers to try to help, allow stuff to get out. And anyway, by Monday evening, he was starting to really perk up. And by Tuesday, he was great. And he's been doing great ever since. So thank you, everyone who commented, sent me messages, stuff like that, all your support. That was very greatly appreciated. Aloysius is the sweet kitty. He gives me a hug every day when I get home. And he just really, really sweet, very talkative kitty. He wasn't talkative last Sunday. So that was another clue that he was not feeling well. So anyway, he is home. He is doing much better. In fact, I would say he's probably back to normal. We finished the prescription food. He's been eating and drinking. Fortunately, he's been eating and drinking the whole time. But they did some tests. He was never close to a blockage. It was just infection. So anyway, again, thank you everyone who cheered him on and sent prayers and good vibes for him. I really, really appreciate that. He's a sweet kitty, and glad that he's making a good recovery. So let's see here. Let's see who all else has come in here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, today we're gonna pick a lock. Picked it up this morning, and anyway, we've seen it picked before. You'll know what it is when you see it. Not gonna show it to you beforehand. Let me stash it. That way y'all don't see it during the camera change. But we're gonna pick that. I don't think that it'll take long to pick it. And then we're going to talk about some other picking. And the other picking I wanted to talk about, okay. I don't know who else does this. I know of at least a couple other people who do. But whenever you're watching a TV show, after getting into lock picking, and you're watching a TV show, and somebody on the show picks the lock, you just... you can either sit back and say, okay, yeah, that's feasible, or you just sit back, grin, and shake your head. And, it's... yeah. I've started watching a show that I never watched before. It's off now. And the picking in it just makes me cringe every time I see it. Oh my God. So what we're going to do is look at maybe how some of that could work. I could not find a paper clip anywhere around my house or the shop or anywhere. So, and I didn't buy any when I was out this morning. Should have, but I forgot all about it. So, anyway, we're gonna test a couple things, a couple ways to see if maybe could we give them the benefit of the doubt, but I doubt it. So, we're gonna look at that as well. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see here. Let's see. Good morning, James. I don't think I said good morning to you. Good morning, Ronald. Good morning, Rune. Okay. Oh, really, James? I hadn't, never watched that one. Yeah, I never watched that show. But if there's a clip of it, send us a link to it. I don't know if you can, send a link in the comments. Night Owl might have to approve it. Night Owl or Rune. Either one might have to approve it if you put a link in there. I'm not sure how that works on that end. But anyway, yeah, we'll, if there's a clip of it, then just send it to us. I've watched like NCIS, and NCIS does, they at least use a tensioner and a pick. And, that at least gives some grounding in reality. I just got done a few weeks ago watching House MD, like the whole series. I had never watched every single episode before. I did that. It's a great show, and with my medical background, it made sense. It didn't annoy me. The show that I've picked up now is a good show. It's The Mentalist. It's a good show, and I like the premise, but not just the lock picking, where the main character can open any lock just with a paper clip. No, that's not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. We can test it here today. That's what we're going to do. But you're not going to be able to open everything with it. But in addition to that, like the police officer in me sees the way that that's done on TV, and I'm like, oh my God, you can't do that. So, anyway, yeah. Yeah, MacGyver can do it, but the original MacGyver, not this new one. I've watched that show and lost interest. Let's see. Good morning, Pocket Women. All right, y'all. One other thing that I'm going to go over before we get turned around to the bench here. Monday, when I was just kind of hanging out here around the shop, around the house and everything, to hear back about Aloysius, came out here to the shop just to just kind of stay busy and not to stay busy so I wouldn't worry as much. And anyway, came out here and I made some improvements to my camera arm. And you guys have seen it before, how I've got it mounted up on the window ledge, and I'm using the scissor boom to come out. Basically, it's one of these. We've seen them, lamps and microphone stands. This is a short one that I've had for a while, and I didn't like it because it is so short. And I'm wanting to rebuild or completely build a new one, just to have a little more reach, a little more stability. But this one, the original pivot point that I had in the base of it, as you can see, this one's bent. But here in the base, it's just a hollow tube. And that was just not being stable enough when I turned it. And I basically just had a long wood screw with a washer on top of it that went down into the block of wood. That would loosen up. I'd have to tighten it basically every time before I started the video. So I went and I got a package of these heavy duty roll pins. There were 2 of them to a pack, and it was like $1. And basically I took it and drove it into the bottom here, drove it all the way up as far as I could, and then used a bolt and some nuts, drilled some stuff out. Sorry I didn't get any videos or pictures of it. Like I said, I was kind of distracted and doing that to distract me. But hopefully that's going to stabilize the video a little bit, and it at least will help me out when I'm repositioning things. But building a new one of these is it's on my list of things to do. Again, pending the budget. Budget being what happens at work. Which we still don't have any news of that yet. We should next week. So fingers crossed, prayers and good vibes and all that good stuff about that. But anyway, I want to build one that comes out a little bit farther. That way I can have better articulation, better range. And I would actually like to make it to where I can move it from here over there to the machine bench and back again fairly easily. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but it's a project. It's something that's going to happen. So let's look at the comments here. Latest on Click starter kit. 2 ovals, 5 keys plus extra. That sounds like a good deal. Room. Sounds interesting, actually. Yeah, if you're not if you're not familiar with the Click system, go over to Rune's channel and check out his series of videos on them. It's very, very interesting. And if I had a commercial property, I would probably opt to use a version of the Click. It's really, really cool. Good morning, Alpha Centauri. Glad you're here. All right, so let's get repositioned to the bench. Oh, and also y'all can see up here on the wall, I finally moved. I built a little shelf to put there so I could prop up. That's actually just solid glass. And it's not really angled the way I want it. Eventually that'll get improved as well, but that was a Monday project just to, again, keep busy. But I figured it kind of looks good. I guess for the camera angle, I need to pull that out just a bit. Yeah. That looks a little bit better. My handwriting still looks atrocious, but that looks a little bit better. So, all right, let's get angled down here to the bench. Yes, the bench is still messy. I need to come out here and do another come on now. Sorry about this. I didn't test this. I think my little magic arm, the friction arm that I actually mount to, I think it's starting to go. I think it's about time to be replaced. But we'll make do with what we got. Alright, that's not the angle I want. I want it over here where it's out of the way. I'm sorry, guys. This thing is being contrary. It's not what I did to it. It's being contrary. It's the magic arm that I've got. I think it's about time to replace that. There we go. Okay. I can zoom in if I need to. All right. Yeah, Pocket Women, no problem. We've been here. I've not been on last Saturday or this past Wednesday, so. And I'm thinking about this coming week, I won't be here Wednesday. I meant to mention that just a little bit ago. I won't be on this coming Wednesday because of the Easter weekend. I'm off on Friday, so I have to adjust my work schedule. But I will be I think Friday afternoon, that'll be Good Friday, April the 2nd. I think I'm going to try to do a live then. That way for folks like Pocket Women, I'm hoping Don, Don's Locks, I'm hoping he can join in too. I got to work out what time to start it here so that it pops up at a decent hour, over there. I know it'd be later in the evening. So I'm not exactly sure. I guess I'll have to look at the time differences and stuff, see what's going on with that. Anyway, all right, enough rambling. Let's look at a lock. Y'all have seen this on a couple other channels and seen pictures of it. Yeah, I got one today. It's not that I really wanted to, but I figured, what the heck? It's no telling how long Lowe's was going to have them. This is the 100-year edition Master Lock padlock. And we'll take a look at some of this other stuff. But it comes with a really cool key tag. The original logo keys. The original logo on the outer housing of the lock. And from what I can see of the bidding back here, it actually is kind of a halfway decent bidding from Master Lock. But let's see how long it takes to pick. I mean, this is a pretty substantial lock. It's still the laminated body, I believe. But let's get our standard Master Lock tools out here. Let's see, Don's is on Canberra ACT time. Okay. Yeah, Pocket Women, I'm wanting to get it to where it's like, around 10 a.m., 10, 11 a.m. y'all's time, which I know y'all are a day ahead of me. And good morning, Miko. I'm wanting to just kind of do it that way. I think it'll be okay. I don't know. I'll just have to look and see what the differences are. Anyway, so let's look here. This regular Master Core, Master Lock core. Let's put this in. Okay, click out of 1. Nothing on 2. Maybe something on 3. It's kind of difficult tensioning around all that. All the weatherproofing here. 1. Okay, that was 3, I believe. 4. Okay. This one's putting up a little bit of a fight. I think it's more my tensioner than anything, though. There we go. There we go. Who needs keys? So, I think this does have... You can take this apart. Okay. Huh. I hadn't seen any videos where people took it apart. let's see if we can get the rest of this off of here. Okay, there's the key tag. Don't really want to scratch up the keys. There we go. So yeah, some decent bidding on the keys there. Not too bad, actually. GQ man, yeah. I don't know. I mean, some people who weren't lock pickers might have bought these. It is a cool lock. I mean, it's got the weather shielding, which, I mean, nobody's going to buy this lock just for the actual lock features. But, you know, it's got the weather shielding. It has the nice logo on there. All the rubber guard and everything. Ball bearing locking mechanisms. The shackle could probably stand to be a little bit thicker, just to stand up to bolt cutters a little bit better. And let's see. Australia Capital Territory. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll gut this actually. I'm gonna have to go run and grab my bag real quick. Good morning, Brian. Yeah, Night Owl, actually my scissors are in my bag, which is in the car, and I didn't think to go run and grab it. James, I don't know. I don't know why it's easier to pick than get the keys. All right, let me go real quick since I wasn't thinking earlier. Let me go run and grab my bag of tricks so I've got my gutting stuff in here, and then we'll come back and take this apart. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Let's get some tools here. We've got some sort of... got a bee flying around in here. Trying to figure out if it's a honeybee or a yellow jacket. Honeybees get to go free. Let's get tweezers, plug holder, and a plug follower. And then we'll figure out exactly, let's see, looks like a hex down there. Is that a hex? Yeah. Let's get this and give it a try. Got it on the first time. That's amazing. All right. We'll do that. Yeah, we can see down in here the actuator mechanism. You can see the laminated construction. Very nicely machined in there. That's just a little bit of adhesive, it looks like, or grease. Yeah. A little bit of grease right there. Okay. And then, let's see, I need a half moon follower for this. Probably want to put a shim in there too. Let's see, same one. Let's see. It's not coming out that way. Stick a shim in here and see. Okay. Alright, there's a shim. So that follower's not going to be any good. Okay, I see. It has a flat spot. Alright, needs to be locked. Lock it. Get that way with it. That way the flat spot at the bottom of the plug lines up with this flat spot on the side of the housing. Shim all that. Run that through. Hey, we did not have a disaster. Alrighty. So right away we can see, pull that out. You can see that there's 4 pins in there, but there are 6 chambers. That seems kind of wasteful. You know, Master Lock could have at least put in, you know, a couple more chambers. No, I'm not using a pinning tray right now. Okay. We can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's get the top out. Okay, number 1 is a spool. 2 is a spool. 3 is also a spool. And 4 is a spool. Well, should have put at least one standard in there, just to make it a little bit easier. There you can see our pins, which, I mean, again, for a master lock, having spools in there is quite the thing. I mean, that's good to them. Let's look at the comment. G-Key Man, Harlock sees. G-Key Man, that sounds interesting. The antique door locks. Morning, Jason. Oh, cool. Little Frank's joining today. That's awesome. All right. Thanks, Night Owl. Yeah. We'll look at that. All right, let's get this thing. Yeah. Let's get this thing put back together before I lose every part of it. So yeah, not too bad to pick. Decent. They could have put like I said, used a 5 or 6 pin. Could have pinned it to 5 or 6, but oh well, It is, I guess this is more of a collector's item than anything. So, what do you expect? Let's see. Trying to do this around the camera. There we go. My plug follower, it's one of those 3D printed ones. It's a little rough. Sometimes it likes to grab inside the cylinder. But, I mean, again, overall, not horrible. Now, if Master Lock would start doing all their locks like this, that would be awesome. I think. Yeah. The neighbor's dog, Oscar's outside. Actually, let me pull this. I can turn that and get it at the right angle. Slide this shim through.
Got it right. Now we'll do it. That way that flat spot will line up. We'll be able to get it back together. Hopefully. Alrighty, there we go. Sweet. No disasters today. Yay. I know y'all were waiting for disaster. Well, video's not over yet, y'all. Alright, let's put that back in there. Put that. That. And secure it back. That doesn't feel right. Alrighty. Test the key. Alright. So the shackle's not spring loaded. That's interesting. Yeah. Alright, not too bad. Cool. So we will put this on the shelf back here in the collection where it can sit and collect dust. Who knows? Might be worth something one day. Alrighty, so that's all that excitement. Let's take a look at a couple other locks, though. Like I was saying, I hate it when on television you see somebody take a paper clip and, yeah, it might be something like this. Just a little wafer lock in a desk drawer or something. But, let's see. Let's take this pick here. It's pretty slim. I'm going to put it in hook side down and just... Oh, okay. So we actually got that. Might have been a fluke. Probably was. There we go. Okay. So, with absolutely no type of pressure on the actuator whatsoever, we can jiggle that open with just straight piece of metal. So, this one would probably get opened by a paper clip. Let's look at this one. And you can see it's locked up. Which way did it go? It goes that way. Okay. So we'll put pick in there again, tip side down. I mean, this is a little bit wider than a paper clip. Okay, so that is longer than the 10 seconds of a movie, so that one does not pass. Try this one. I mean, we all know how realistic movie picking is. Yeah, James, that was my problem today. I couldn't find a paperclip anywhere. Like around my house or in my office supplies or anything like that. I just didn't have any. And somewhere I've got. Look, see, we got that one. We got that one. Let me try to get it back. Maybe if I can't get it back, then it doesn't count. Okay, I cheated and I put a little bit of tension on there, so and that one goes there. Let's see. Let's look. So here I've got 3 other cylinders. This one is just a quick set clone. Not even sure what this came out of. Again, just using the one tool. Yeah. Nope. Okay, so that's just a quick set clone. Let's see. Yeah, James, I've seen some of those. And I wish I did have a paperclip. I could really test a couple other things. Pocket Women, no, I have not. I've got to get fingerprinted. I'm going to do that this coming week. Even though I've been fingerprinted like 11 million times in my life, I have to get it done again and submit that, and then submit my packet and pay the fees, and then they will schedule me for the test. So hopefully the next test that they have scheduled is in June. They may have another one before then. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I will let everyone know when I've got it scheduled. And of course, when I take it, obviously I'll let y'all know the outcome. Let's see. Really weird about one-handed picking. Okay. Yeah, Jason, we've got to do good morning, LPG. Yeah, Jason, part of the thing here in North Carolina is after you do your license test, in order to maintain your license, you have to do 8 hours of continuing ed training over the course of, 8 hours over the course of 4 years, I believe. Yeah, 4 years. That's a test question. I should probably be a little more sure on that. But yeah, it's 8 hours. I know that, and it's either 4 or 5 years. I believe it's 4 years though. And you have to submit everything for your renewal, and then of course pay your renewal fee. Yeah, James, I've been fingerprinted, like I said, multiple times just for my job, for my career. But, none of those count. The way that it works is kind of weird. Fingerprints just don't go to one huge database. And so it has to be like searched. This is just a Yale style cylinder, New Star key. That's the bitting on it. Kind of a flat bitting, so I'm hoping maybe we can have some joy with this. Yeah, Jason, let's see. Yeah. I've noticed actually several people on the locksmith licensing board are like approved instructors. But I mean, one of the things that they do is North Carolina every year they have the Locksmith Association, which is just the state association. They normally have like a big conference. Of course, they didn't this past year. Or no, they did this past year. They did not this year. But they normally have a big conference, and this is a Baldwin cylinder, by the way. Nice cylinder, again, kind of flat bitting. So we'll see. But yeah, they always have that, and you can go and get they've got workshops and stuff where you can go and get in-person continuing ed, which I mean they've got a trade show and everything as well. So that would make it fun. I think Tyler Thomas, he was there. Was it for the one last year? But there are actually different ways that you can get your continuing ed. Like the free courses that like Schleg and Asa Abloy, those free like online classes, those can actually count towards your continuing ed. So it's not like you have to pay to go somewhere. Of course, I mean, I know some of those you have to pay for, but a lot of them, that I've seen, you don't for the online stuff. And of course, there are still people who will do old-fashioned in-person classes for the old-timers that don't want to go online to do anything. Let's see. Let's look. Yeah, LPG, I had to get fingerprinted so many times for jobs and permits and stuff. Yeah, there's no insurance requirement here in North Carolina, actually, Jason. To maintain a license, they don't require you to be bonded or insured. Which, I mean, for the way that I'm looking at getting started, which is just, doing a little stuff on the side here and there, that would help me out because I couldn't afford to do stuff on the side if if they required all that insurance fee, I wouldn't make enough money. And yes, I'm using a tensioner now just to see how quick we can get through some of these. Actually, let's use a rake as well, just to see, because we weren't able to get into any of these others without, with our one tool picking method. And I suck at raking. See if we can get this one, at least one of them in hand. Ronald, did you get fingerprinted a few times growing up? I did when I was growing up too, but it was for one of those like missing kids kits. You go to the little place and they fingerprint you and put an ID number on your bicycle and make sure your bicycle helmet fits, and then they fingerprint you and take your picture and then give you pizza and Kool-Aid afterwards. I hated those things, honestly. As much as I wanted to be a police officer when I was, a little kid, yeah, I hated those things. Yeah. Even after I became a cop and I was doing community policing, I hated doing those things. That just, yeah. Anyway, so here's this old Baldwin. We're kind of commenting about that. I think Jason sent this to me. Old Baldwin cylinder, old key. Very cool. Made in the U.S. So I think we've proven that the television method of picking does not work, except maybe on a couple wafer locks. So one day I might do a little more in-depth video on that as a standalone. So I've been going for about an hour now. I'm going to switch camera views. And then that way y'all have plenty of time to go look up Rendezvous at Big Gulch. If you've never seen that, definitely give that a watch. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wind up here. Again, the Master Lock 100th Anniversary Series padlock, not bad. It could use some improvements, but decent. So anyway, but yeah. So for this coming week, again, I won't be around Wednesday, but I will be around at some point Friday afternoon. And Friday afternoon, Friday evening, I want to try to figure out the best time for that. Because I know that'll be Saturday morning in Australia. So I would like to be live around that time. I'm not getting up at like 11 or staying up till 11, midnight, 1 in the morning. I ain't doing that. I'm too well adjusted to day shift to be doing all that. But anyway, so that will kind of wind it up. All right, Jason, I'll see you. I'll join in today just for a little bit. If anything,
I'll be there for a little while. I got to, let's see, we got to clean. I've got to clean today. I didn't do much cleaning this past week. I should have, but normally I do my cleaning on Sundays and Wednesdays, but dealing with the kitty this past week, that didn't happen. So that's got to happen today, I suppose. Today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. But anyway, all right, y'all. Again, I appreciate everybody showing up. Everybody who's tuned in, came out, all that good stuff. Again, thank y'all for the chat and everything. And thank y'all for the support for Aloysius. Again, if you missed that at the beginning, he's doing much better. He's pretty much back to normal. So that was really nice. And again, thank you everyone for all the good vibes and thoughts and prayers and everything. So hopefully we won't have to worry about this happening again. Especially not anytime soon. So anyway, all right, y'all. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and that way we can have a break between now and when Jason goes live. And again, as always, if you have any requests, suggestions as to what I can do on my live videos, please send them my way. If I do want to make a standalone video, or at least a few of them. I think the last standalone video, like lock-related standalone video, videos that I made were for picking the American 1100 series. And I really enjoyed doing that. So if there's something like that you would like to see me do in a series, leave me a comment, send me a message, email, Twitter message, whatever, and I'll figure something out and we'll make it happen. So anyway, alrighty, good to see everybody again. Y'all have a great weekend. Good to see y'all. Pocket Women, Jason should be live in about an hour. James, I'm glad you said new chair. I've got another chair for the shop, and it is riding around in the back of my patrol car. I rescued it from the dumpster. Well, not from the dumpster, but rescued it from going to the dumpster. I need to bring that in. Thank you for reminding me. See, G-Key Man, the smallest padlock that I have, I actually picked that just the other week. Hang on a second. Picked that, I think it was on a Wednesday, live that I did it. That's the smallest padlock that I've got. It's a little tiny itty bitty master lock. Lock Noob did a video on these, on the European version of these, but yeah, this is the smallest one that I have. So size comparison, there you go. Both master locks. But yes, this is the smallest padlock that I have. No key for it. Maybe one day I'll make one. So, anyway, let's see. Alrighty, so I guess let's go ahead and wind this shindig up. And yeah, y'all have a great weekend. Thank you for stopping by again, joining in the chat, everything. It's always really good to see everybody. I really, really do enjoy that. Anyway, alrighty. Let's see if we can do Master 121. Okay. Yeah, Night Owl, I did that same video. I had another small one. Is what you're talking about. Um, but yeah, I did it in the same live. I did this little one. I don't have one sitting here. Anyway, all right, guys, let's go ahead and wind it up. That way we've got a little bit of time. I got about an hour till Jason goes live. And anyway, so y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay healthy.